Boss, we received a back-channel request from Langley. We'll find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Thank you for letting me join the ranks, boss. I won't let you down.
Puppy the boss brought back is so cute.
Too cute.
Man, I want to pet him.
Yeah, just once.
I want to touch his pup.
Yeah, wait, what?
You don't want to touch him too?
No, that, never really occurred to me.
You don't know the awesomeness of a puppy's paw pet?
I guess not. But yeah, I bet they would feel nice.
Right?
Roger.
This is B-Squad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Squad. On station at LZ.
back channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military
Hey,
hardware
Vanesh.
that's gone missing in
How
the
you doing,
mountains
dude?
of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Yeah, we uploaded a Eat Street run today. This normal, it's not part of our new series. Yeah, I'm not sure how well. I wasn't really sure how well a stream of this game would do. I don't think enough people really know about it. Hey, Pasha. Such an underrated game. It's crazy. I think it is, yeah. Or just I don't know, not many people played it compared to how many should have played it. Hey Jay.
is being held prisoner at the Wak Sin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Wak Sin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
What game's that you left the clan for? Yeah, there's no game now that's... You could have a game of like 40 years plus and kids will still be playing it.
He's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Be careful down there, boss.
That's the Wak Sin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner. Extract him. That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of...
Didn't even know you had clans on mobile games, dude.
Active ingredient in pentazemin.
This is back in the 80s, I think. I don't remember exactly what year.
Subject is in. You've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
можно скорее. Конец связи.
That looks like the target.
Обычные протезы.
Yeah,
Это
it
скучно.
is. You sure it is? Actually, I'm certain it is. I bought it on Steam.
Now that's some lateral thinking. Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Target extraction confirmed. Exfiltrate out of the hole. He's coming too.
Nice. I'm using a an alt account for this playthrough because on my main game I've like 100%ed it and stuff like that, but I didn't want to delete the save.
Leave the rest to us.
Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
So I'm just using a family share account and deleted the save on that. Yeah, love this game, dude. Most of that was in FOB. But I don't know if you know much about this game, but there's two versions of multiplayer basically. When it first came out, it had a version that was FOB, and at one point, I think it's after mission 12, you get to make your first FOB, and then it's basically a base that people can, like other players can infiltrate, and you put better staff on there and you can go and infiltrate other people's bases. And then on top of that there's MTO, Metal Gear Online, which came out much later and failed miserably.
You gotta extract him.
No worries, dude.
Black carrot. It's something of an ancestor to the domestic carrot. It's also a favorite of wild animals. All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell tell stories about this one, boss. The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
The one that's talking is Miller. It sort of swaps between Miller and Ocelot. Miller's the one that, in the first mission that you rescue. Ocelot's the dude on the horse at the beginning.
Analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Depending on their skills, they may even be able to develop new types of weapons or items. Try it out the next time you're thinking of folding someone. Boss, as requested, we've added an analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Depending on their skills, they may even be able to develop new types of weapons or items. Try it out the next time you're thinking of folding someone. Locate and bring back the U.S. military's new weapon codenamed Honeybee. The CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen, but the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Desmasi Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. You have to get to it before they do. Bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing, but if you can find him, he might lead us to the target. Good luck, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
It's set in Afghanistan. So it is desert. Later on you go to Africa. There's more jungle and stuff like that. And Mother Base is on an oil rig, so it's in the middle of the sea.
The Soviet relay base. Think there's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee? That crack would make a good foothold. You can use crack climbing to make your way up. It's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun could cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Going all of the wrong ways. Yeah, there. Yeah, his first part's set in Afghanistan in, I think, like the early to mid 80s.
That's Smasse Fort, to Smasse Lamont. Now to find the honeybee.
Oh no, that's bad news. Oops.
Подожди, не стреляй!
КП, это Дмитрий 9. Я спас одного из наших. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте наготове. Конец связи.
I think the timing of this story was quite nice, kind of to explain to people that back in the 80s we trained the Afghans, you know, they were friendlies.
There may be evidence as to where they've hidden the target. Got a pair of night vision goggles on you?
КП, это Зоя-1. У нас могут быть нарушители. Полная боевая готовность. Прием! Это КП, понял. Ищите подозрительные. Конец связи.
It's been so long I can't remember
КП, это Зоя-10.
where stuff
Что-то
is.
странное. Жду указаний. Прием! Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность.
Sure
Конец
it's in
связи.
here somewhere.
КП, это Зоя-10. Обнаруженная угроза. Всем быть начеку. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте максимально осторожны. Конец связи.
Go.
Who would have thought they'd hide it there? You secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back. Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the Honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
КП, это Дмитрий 3. У нас проблемы. Усиливаем охрану. Прием! Это КП, понял. Проверьте окрестности. Конец связи. КП, это Зоя-10. Тут что-то странное. Жду указаний. Прием! Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Ау! С тобой все в порядке? Что происходит?
Boss, you need to secure that prisoner. He has to know where the Honeybee is.
КП, это Зоя-10. Закончили поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием!
Boss, go ahead and Fulton extract that prisoner. We'll find out if he knows anything.
Конец связи.
That pistol does have a fair amount of recoil. It's not particularly fast firing, so doesn't really matter too much. The main issue in early game is that the pistol suppressor only has a certain amount of life to it, so you've got to use it kind of sparingly.
You look well rested, big boss. My, how you've changed. You became a demon for such little weapons as that? Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually. If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
No, we did that one before. Before we decided on that. That one's yet to come. We started recording the Payday the Heist ones last night.
Those skulls are too fast. If he had a holding weapon. Boss, maybe it's time to see what the honeybee can do. Is cleared, and it looks like they're gone. Then bring the target back. Yeah. Mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities.
They attacked the Soviets too.
And that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
Well, what do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan? There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly. Boss, I'm creating a new intel team to support you in our areas of operation. Members of this team will head out into the field and conduct reconnaissance. Knowing the strength of an enemy force beforehand will help you carry out missions more smoothly. We may also learn something about the skull-faced man. So boss, that brings me to assigning staff to the intel team. There might be guys already assigned to other teams who are more suited to the intel team. Go ahead and reassign them as you see fit. The dog you brought back. There'll come a day when he'll be ready to join you on missions. But you know, he gets lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while. Get back to Mother Base.
Yeah, it is.
Halt! You see that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon it'll be... Hey, no! Stay! Stay! Didi! Go! No, maybe not yet. But soon. Soon.
Boss, we've had some new job offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle and added them to the list. Take a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base. Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. Gaining altitude.
Members of the intel team are on the ground. Their reports will be reflected as predicted enemy fields of movement on your iDroid's map. The higher the team's level, the more accurate and frequent their reports will become. Be sure to take advantage of them. The 3 Soviet commanders are meeting at Davialo Calais. The mission is to eliminate all 3. How you do it is up to you, boss. Good luck. I've set the target's anticipated travel routes and the meeting location to your map. Take a look.
Be careful down there, boss.
First target extracted. Good. Now for the other two. He's coming too. Roger that.
First two guards on this are just a waiting game, and the last one you actually get to do some proper sneaking. Adjust the brightness a bit, Mike. A bit better. Pretty sure the second dude hasn't got to the outpost by now. Hobbits away.
Target extracted. Only one left.
Здравствуйте. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи. Объявляю тревогу! Встреча отменяется! Всем группам вернуться на базовый бизнес-режим! КП, этажа 2! У нас проблемы! Усиливаем охрану! Это КП, понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
I hope this is where the last dude is. Be one of the outposts. Comes from this way.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
Не так плохо. Приятель штаба говорит, есть бой в Манчжерии, меняется каждый полгода.
Так много?
Наши войска в общем теряют больше 100 человек в месяц. Так было последние 3 года.
Мы их больше валим.
Я с тобой, товарищ, успокойся.
Мне кажется, это все зря.
Может, я буду следующим.
Хватит, не каркай.
Все, забудь.
Starting to think this isn't where he is. No, only at this mission. There's like 3 commanders to extract, and normally you do like the first one that I did, and then you'd wait where I was waiting with the horse for the second one, but I couldn't be bothered to wait, so went and got the other guy, and now I can't remember what outpost the second guy comes from. Presumed it was here, but it's beginning to think it's not. I think it's actually a smaller outpost. It's not here.
That container's filled with raw materials. Looks like they're using those colored bands on the outside to tell the contents apart. Whatever's in them, they'll come in handy somehow for Diamond Dogs.
Thing is, this car comes down this road. I thought he just walks in, but I should have just waited, because now I'm going to check every bloody outpost within the AO. I used to know this game like the back of my hand, but it's been so long, like... notes here either. Long. I really should have waited. Yeah, there's 3 commanders. If you just wait for a while and go to the main, they're basically having a meeting. You can wait until they're all in the same spot, or you can catch each one out as they're going to the the main outpost. And I got the first one on the road, and then went to get the second one, and it's just a really long wait. I couldn't be bothered to wait, so I went to the main outpost, but because you take one then the other one doesn't show up. He sort of goes back to his main outpost, and I just can't remember which one it is. I've got a feeling it's one of the smaller outposts, it's not one of these big ones.
Ты слышал истории о человеке?
Just can't remember.
Ага. Что много положил наших ребят. Душман? Нет. Но я слышал, что его прислали американские империалисты в поддержку душмана. Кто-то из выживших рассказывал, что у него на голове рог, что он сражается как одержимый демон. Рогатый мужик? Я он небось запаниковал.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to have to check every outpost now. And it's only within the area of operations, it's not the whole map. If I get the map up, and it's like within that area, you can see basically where I've been, where I've got guards marked. There's that little outpost, that one, that one, that one. Don't think it's a Spookman Keep. Well, there's that big outpost there. That's really should have waited. I just don't remember the game enough to know which one he came from. Yeah, it's not this one. Like hinting that he might still be there, but shouldn't be. He never made it though. If he's somehow at that main outpost, like the original one, I'm gonna be really unimpressed. Hey, Michael. It fucking is there. What? That's so annoying.
Looks like we found him. infiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. Mission complete. Great work. Ocelot got the details of the meeting out of that commander. It seems you've been doing your job just a little too well, boss. The Soviets have begun reinforcing the 40th Army's units in Afghanistan, sending in more men and new equipment. While things haven't exactly been easy for us up till now, they're about to get even tougher. More staff from each of the teams are active in the area of operations now. That means some will be wounded, get sick, or suffer PTSD. That's where the medical team comes in. I've taken the liberty of commissioning the construction of a new medical platform. Having proper medical facilities for the men is a matter of life or death, so I put up the resources this time around. You can check on the platform's progress by selecting base facilities under the iDroid's Mother Base menu. Boss, good news from the support unit. They can now deliver support strikes to our areas of operation. Use your iDroid to designate a location for a strike. Just make sure you're not in the kill zone. I hate to tell the men they blew up the boss. After you've called in a strike, move away from the target location immediately. Also, like supply drops, strikes cost GMP. So once you don't put us in the red, remember what our real objective is.
Can't remember what this mission was. couple of the side ops done, I guess.
Forces must know something about the targets. After you grab or hold up an enemy, try interrogating them.
No, not at all. I just need to make sure that some of the things I get kind of early on if I can.
Talk. Where are your friends?
There's certain things you can only get in the side ops. I need to steal more guards really as well, so I've got the
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
the base ranks to be able to develop certain things.
Speak. Where are your friends?
He's coming too. Roger that. That material. It could be just what we need to develop new weapons and equipment.
No, I've already had 100% completion a couple of times. Like this is just on a family share account. I just deleted the save to do the storyline stream basically. They'll make some of it easier. So, for example, the next main mission is to stop a commander and his tanks, and if I've got a certain Fulton device, I can just Fulton the tanks. Otherwise I've got to destroy them, kind of thing. But I don't think even doing the all the side ops at the moment would get me the necessary Fulton device that I need. I need a transportation specialist, which is like a particular guy, and put him on my base, but I honestly can't remember where you get him from. Once upon a time I would have known.
That's a medicinal plant called Haoma, otherwise known as Soma. People use it to make a sacred drink for religious ceremonies.
You can complete all of the storyline missions without stuff. There's ways of doing it. It's just there's some more efficient ways, and if you want the more efficient ways, you got to grind a bit to get the staff levels and the resources. I'm not too desperate for resource because I played a lot of FOB and stuff on this account anyway, so I'm pretty sure my resources are like not far from maxed really. Like when you delete your save, it doesn't delete everything. It just deletes the main game progress kind of thing. So I'm kind of expecting, at the moment I've got no FOB because I think you've got to get to mission 12 for the FOB to trigger, but because I had FOB before, I've got a feeling that when I get to mission 12 I'm going to have like quite a few platforms unlocked on my FOB, if not a couple of FOBs at least. Whereas normally you'd start with like one FOB platform and you'd have to grind it up.
Yeah.
FOB is Forward Operating Base. So basically that mother base, the oil rig that I go to every now and again, you get one of those that other players can infiltrate, and you can infiltrate theirs. It's like it was the first multiplayer mode in Metal Gear 5. If you ghost the FOB, like completely don't get seen or anything and don't destroy anything, then the owner of the FOB doesn't get notified. But as soon as you get seen or destroyed, the owner of the FOB and anyone who supports him can come and defend. So then it ends up like a kind of like a one-on-one, but whoever's infiltrating has also got to deal with all the guards on the base as well.
Boss, I knew you were alive. I'm so happy, boss.
One of the guys out on a mission at the time. He's fallen a long way from the glory days. But he'll come back to us. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Yeah, I'm in that group as well. Because that's basically the reason I quit Metal Gear, quit FOB. Like, I used to love FOB, used to play it all the time. I got to rank World Rank 36, and I planned on getting higher, but there's so many cheaters in FOB, dude. Like, Konami just have done nothing about the cheaters. They made a cheat league, so if you get caught cheating, then you put it in the league where you only play against cheaters, but the anti-cheat's so bad it just doesn't catch anyone really, unless they just do something really fucking obvious. Like, I could sign into my main account now and have been infiltrated 15 or 20 times, and you can almost guarantee like 1 or 2 of those might be legit. The rest of them just cheated the base, which is infuriating. Like, you know, if you're gonna cheat, then I'm pretty sure you can have cheats that would just give you stuff and give you resources, and no need to go and steal someone else's that's spent hours grinding their levels and stuff like that. It's just malicious for no reason. Well, I was playing it every day and my level was max level, and you know, it's, you spend a lot of hours grinding the game, and just for a whole bunch of people to come along and steal all your shit and not do it legit. Like if someone does it legit on a, say, a level 70 base, and it's like, yeah, fair enough dude, you know, good job. They don't walk away with too much, but there's cheats where they come on your base and they instantly stun all of your guards, so they just walk around and just steal all the guards that are asleep. Or like instantly going to the core of the base, which is the main objective.
Boss, this is important. Reports of a crack sniper at large in the Afghan wilderness. The Soviets call this sniper Tiki. Quiet. There are never any sightings, and only corpses are left behind. The Soviets have already lost a number of officers. You'd, best watch your step.
The FOB anti-cheat group, it would never, Konami didn't give a shit about it, like, they would never check it. It was just for other, like frequent FOB players to have an idea of who is cheating in the FOB list. So say, part of the FOB thing is if you do get caught, but you still make it to the core, then the owner of the FOB knows, like, has a free retaliation basically to your FOB, and it was just to try and avoid cheaters. Like, say if you got caught on a cheater base, and then he'd just come and cheat your base if, you know, if he knew he had a retaliation for it. So it's only for sort of players that played a lot to just have an idea of who, oh piss, who to not infiltrate. What? As if they... What? Oh. Apart from the fact that the Metal Gear Survive just is an abomination and looks awful, like I wouldn't buy it anyway even if it looked good, because Konami just do nothing about the cheaters. And this game can be, you know, it's quite a grind to get high level stuff, so the amount of people that just cheat it is, it's insane. There is of sorts, but it just basically doesn't work. It's so weak. Like 9 out of 10 people Or maybe even 9.5 out of 10 people just get away with it. No, like I say, I wouldn't buy Metal Gear Survive anyway, just because it's not Kojima, it's fucking zombies in the Metal Gear universe, which is ridiculous. But yeah, even if it looked good, there's just no point, dude. It'll be as grindy, it's the same kind of resource gathering survival thing. And if anyone's got access to your stuff, it's just gonna be the same shit.
Никто не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будьте бдительны. Не позволяйте им напасть на вас. Конец связи.
Shit. Like the FOB system in theory is it's a really good game, like it's a really fun game mode. But it's not fun to have a few hundred hours of your time stolen in like no time at all. Oh.
Я не хочу умирать!
On the ground.
You know, there's no getting away from it. Like, there's cheaters in every game. Like, why is utterly beyond me. I don't understand why people would bother. But in a lot of games, you know, like PvP games, there's a cheater in the server. So either the server's got the option to kick the cheater, or you know, you can just leave the server, go and find another server. Whereas if you get cheated in this, like, they're stealing stuff you've grinded for hours, you know, and there's no comeback for that. Like, I've got 1.6k hours in this game, and I'd probably say, you know, 1.4 of those, maybe 1.3, were just in FOB alone. Cheers, man.
КП, давай здесь! У нас
хочу умирать! Нет, не делай этого! Подожди, не стреляй! Подожди, не стреляй! Помоги!
That's the target. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I just think more games should do like permanent ban. I honestly think if you're going to cheat in computer games,
He's
then
coming too. Roger that.
you've got something seriously amiss with your character, like something seriously missing upstairs. You know, it's a game. What's the point in playing a game that you're not even going to play, and you're just going to spoil other people's fun? Like, just permanently ban them, get rid of them. I've literally got no time for it.
You gotta extract him.
I don't think there's any excuse for it, especially, you know, as I was saying about this game. I'm pretty damn sure there's cheats out there that can give you anything that you want. You know, if you want staff, it will give you staff. If you want resource, it will give you resource. The only reason for these cheaters to be going to someone's FOB and stealing it that way is just, it's malicious. It's just that, you know, for no other reason than they're just being an arsehole. Just get rid of these fuckers from gaming altogether. Like, let them play single player games and cheat as much as they like, but as soon as they go into an area where there's other people involved, if they cheat, permanently ban. And Steam give them a status if they got permanently banned from a certain amount of games. Just don't let them buy any games that have multiplayer in them. That'll never happen, obviously. Like, Steam will lose a lot of money from it, and they know it. I couldn't care less if people mod and cheat their single player games. It means nothing, because no one's getting hurt. Like, no one else is affected by it. And then on the flip side, you get games like Payday. You know, like Payday almost needs mods. Like it doesn't. It's still a great game, but you know, the UI is fucking ugly, and just a simple mod can make it really nice. Like loads of stuff like that. Mods can really help make Payday a great game as long as they're not cheap mods. Yeah, I think they do, dude, because it's only getting worse.
On board. Leave the rest to us.
You know, games like CS:GO and that do things like Prime, and Prime doesn't stop you being cheated. But it's still a whole bunch of cheaters in Prime. Hey, Vagabond.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I just think games are such a prominent thing now, you know, it's not like fucking back in the early 90s when, you know, only inverted commas nerds played games. Like everyone plays games now, so there has to be some kind of repercussion for people that are gonna spoil it for everyone else. It's a shame that you need those rules. Like, I'd much rather a world without rules, but just people are... you just can't trust people. I think half the problem is, you know, a lot of these games are 18 plus, but parents just don't seem to give a shit anymore. They'll buy kids any game, so you got games where you think you'll be playing against adults, and really most of the time you're just playing against fucking 9 and 10-year-olds. and they just don't have it in them to really know what honesty is properly yet.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Yeah, I just think every game should have a decent working anti-cheat, and they should kind of run in tandem with others, or at least run in tandem with Steam.
He's coming too.
You know, you get banned from 5 games, or you get more than 2 or 3 VACs, you just get fucking banned from ever being able to buy a game again. And I know there'll always be ways around it. You can make another Steam account, etc. But that's where that needs to change, like MAC addresses and stuff like that, instead of just buy account. A lot of those kind of punishment things are more for pirates than cheaters. No, CSGO's kind of good in the sense that, like, you get VAC banned, you're banned, dude. Like, you know, there should be more permanently banned games for sure, but they still rife with cheaters. Most of them don't get caught. Every now and again you get a VAC wave, like that kind of VAC wave thing. It should, I don't know. I mean, I'm no expert in how the anti-cheat works, but you know, if VAC's picked up a cheater, then why wait until the VAC wave to get rid of him? Just get rid of him. You know, it's nice to wake up one day and read that Valve has banned 40,000 cheaters. That's really cool. But why wait until that one day to do a wave? You've got them on record, you know they're cheaters. Get rid of them as soon as that's confirmed. Like, otherwise you're just making it so that, you know, these cheaters just get away with it for a time. They're spoiling other people's games for that whole time. You could understand if VAC waves were like once a month or less, but I mean more like, but they're not. They're so few and far between. It's almost like a you know, like an advertising thing, like, oh, look how good we are, we can ban 40,000 people. Like, yeah, but how long have you had half of those on record for? Yeah, that's what I said earlier, man. Like, I've got no issue with people modding and cheating single player games. Like, obviously, do what the hell you like. You can really extend the lifespan of a single player game.
He's coming too. Roger that.
But any game where
Leave the rest to us.
your cheats and your mods interfere with other people's gameplay, then there's no excuse. Yeah, I heard about that. Like an invincible thing. Yeah, exactly. For anything non-VAC, then you're down to the game developer to make a decent anti-cheat. And in this case, you know, Konami, they make Well, they made, in conjunction with Kojima, they made brilliant games, but it seems like an anti-cheat is not so great. Yeah, I don't think GTA's got a permanent ban thing either. Or it might have actually. But you gotta be caught so many times, like... Now, I've got thousands of hours in GTA, and again I had to quit it because you just load into an online session and immediately you get blown up. Or you'd get given weapons that completely screws like your loadout up, and just rife cheaters, there'd be sort of 5 to 10 modders per session. You just literally couldn't get away with it. The only thing you could do was like heist with friends. That was the only safe bet.
Of a Pashto English interpreter operating in that area. If you extract him, it could be plenty useful for us. Suspect is in.
Reload. Oh, rubbish. Rubbish!
He's coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Well, that got messy.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Morning! Good sleep. I'm good, thanks. I want the Tahuti arm. It'll be a while. Let's just get on with it. Not much of a party today, really. Don't think Metal Gear's going down all that well.
This mission has two objectives. Eliminate the Colonel's schedule to take up a post at Smasi Fort, and stop the deployment of his tank unit. Your first move should be to head to Sacré village and search for the Colonel and his deployment plans. To take out enemy combat vehicles, you'll want to use explosive weaponry. Missiles, grenades, placed explosives. If you haven't developed these yet, use your iDroid to give the order. Choose your weapon according to the situation.
Okay. Don't even know. I think doing it this way is going to be a good idea without more end game equipment.
Прошу смотреть сектор. Прием! Это КП, понял. В данный момент тебе некому подстраховать. Действуй один.
Talk. Where are your friends?
Я не хочу умирать! как прошла та вылазка на душманов? Информация была правильной. Они осели в заброшенном...
Oh, come on.
Посмотри! Лучше посмотреть! Иди за мной! Понял!
Extract him. He's coming too. Roger that.
Probably a lot to do with the kind, like the type of games as well, to be fair. I mean, so far it's been like Tomb Raider and Metal Gear, which they're both kind of relatively slow-paced games just because of the stealth aspect and stuff. And I'm not a loud person. I don't know, for me, like as far as streaming and uploading gameplay is like, I would think, or I always thought the entertainment was in the gameplay, you know, but it's just not the case. Like, the streamers that do well they're entertainers. It's not just the people don't go there for the gameplay most of the time. A good example is like Payday. You got people like General McBadass. He's, you know, he's not a bad player, but he's definitely not the best player. But his videos are really entertaining and really informative. As you got players like Kinso who just utterly fucking own the game, like, you know, really good players with only sort of, you're talking like, I don't even know how many subs General McBadass has got. It's like 50,000 or 150,000 or something.
He's coming too.
Versus Kinso with only 7,000, you know. I think that's why most streams are kind of the person being as much of a presenter as possible, you know. I just basically answer questions. You can see what I'm doing. People always said like I needed to do commentary on my Payday videos. And for me it's like, well, you know, what am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? People watching can see what I'm doing. Like, how do I put something they can already see into words?
You got to extract him.
Good. Glad someone likes it.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Эй, смотри! Какого? Эй, ты в порядке?
incoming too. Roger that.
Yeah, it's appreciated, dude. Thanks.
Boss, that document you just got is the deployment plans for the Smasi Fort reinforcements. According to the plans, the Colonel is supposed to join up with a tank unit of Waksin Barracks and then proceed to Smasi Fort. Those tanks being on the move doesn't make things easy. Hurry, boss. I've sent the tank unit's route to your iDroid.
I mean, I'd have no issue with the commentary if I just knew what to say. Like, I can understand, I can see videos with commentary and see what's to like about it, you know. But as far as I'm concerned, like, I just can't imagine saying, you know, this is me, this is what I'm doing, even though you can see it's me and you can see exactly what I'm doing. Like,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
yeah, streams is a nice way to sort of talk to people, is that way people ask questions and you can answer them. It's simple. Though with that in mind, there will be a new thing in regards to our Payday duos that I won't say yet, but will be coming soon. Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm pretty lucky, like the majority of my subs are great, like really nice people. It was nice actually, last time I streamed Payday, not last time, like time before last. Some guys asked if I'd do sub games and yeah, I went for it and it was really fun. Yeah, but you're biased.
Failure at this rate unless you act fast. Eliminate those tanks at Smassi Fort.
get up this ladder without that tank soon.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Certain things you get later on that just make these missions so much quicker, like, easier. If I had the wormhole full, and I would have taken the tanks out before I'd gone to the other place. Hey, Artie. Yeah, I don't need to use the MVG, really, unless it's Sandstorm. Because Avinash Robin Todd
Subject on board.
said when it was night time it was a bit too dark for him, so I've turned the game brightness up a bit. So even at night for me at the moment it's not all that dark. Only because I don't want to get seen by the tanks on this mission. Because I couldn't do it like the no trace way. If I get spotted by any guards on this, and the tanks are just a pain in the arse. Oh, that was the wrong button. Alright. Fucked it anyway.
That's the target.
Oh, dear me.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
It's completely the wrong button. That was the first time I've laid a C4 in a long ass time.
The mission will be a failure at this rate unless you act fast. Eliminate those tanks at Smassi Fort.
I was hoping my fingers would have remembered how to play this game before now, to be honest. No, it's fine for me, dude. Just means that, like, don't need to use MVG, really.
That's your target for elimination, the Colonel. All reports say he's a formidable soldier. Be careful.
Yeah, it's been months since I played this game. I said earlier, I used to know this game like the back of my hand. I could no-trace every no-traceable mission without too much difficulty, but now it's just, my fingers don't even know what they're meant to be doing half the time. I never used to play C4 much anyway. And that was the first time in months that I placed any C4.
Nice work. Keep it up.
And yeah, you don't press E to play C4 when you've already got a C4 placed. Your proper Wi-Fi? Oh, what, your computer?
That's the target. Looks like we found him.
I thought you were going to fix your cable. Whatever happened to that idea? Still no excuse. Like, you got one through the ceiling, you can get another one through the ceiling. Fix your cable, Snooze. Then all your troubles will be over. All those disconnects. Just start doing it. Just scare him into doing it. Really? C4 not... What? It's going to be loud. Seems like 2 C4 isn't enough to blow a tank. They're not even smoking.
Nice work. Keep it up. Now get out of there. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. All right. Mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Boss, we're finally ready to put together a combat unit. Staff assigned to the unit will be dispatched as mercenaries to conflict zones. That should guarantee us a stable source of income. MERT deployment allows you to send combat unit staff on relatively easy missions suited to the unit's level. There's little risk, but the rewards are low too. However,
not a lot I
there
do
are
understand.
also contracts known as dispatch missions that offer a higher risk and reward. Give your orders to undertake these missions using your iDroid. We've established a sickbay on the new medical platform. Staff who come back with wounds, diseases, or PTSD can be treated there. If we need any other platforms, feel free to issue the construction order from your iDroid.
Just maybe make sure you write English every now and again so people don't
Use
think
that
it's
free
a
time wisely.
Brazilian stream.
Surveying enemy outposts, for example, or gathering manpower and resources. Of course, even you need some downtime.
Brazilian technical talk. It's all good. Still so far off any like decent usable weapons, like a non-lethal sniper and stuff like that. If I do that one first, get the transportation specialist. What is it? Try and remember how to do this one. This one, if you're not quick enough, 3 of the prisoners just get shot.
Is to rescue a prisoner being held at Lamar Khatib Palace. He's known as Malak, Angel to his fellow Mujahideen. Start by checking the target's VI on your iDroid. The Soviets captured him and took him to the ruins of the palace. His family was subsequently killed in an airstrike on his village. The Soviet scorched earth operation wiped it off the map. The client is none other than his father. Or rather, this was his father's dying wish. If you can manage to rescue other prisoners as well, each one will add a bonus to our pay. When you see them, I'm sure your conscience will tell you what to do.
I remember where they all are.
Be careful down there, boss.
Yeah, it's a non-lethal sniper rifle. Which I don't have yet. And then even after that I've got to get one with a silencer. The same as this non-lethal pistol basically, it's like tranquilizer rounds. I can't remember where these prisoners are. The transportation specialists I need for Better Fulton, so I can... Like, the mission that I missed out is destroy a whole bunch of tanks, and I just don't have the weapons really for it at the moment. It's still doable, just not very efficiently. It's Metal Gear. Yep. The tranquilizer pistol has been... Oh, Jesus, what was that? It's been in Metal Gear since the beginning. And I cannot remember where these prisoners are. I know they're in here somewhere. Yeah, it'd be like tranquilizer darts, probably.
КП-06. Клиник Дайтон обезврежен. Какие были указания? Прием! Это КП. Понял. Оставайтесь на месте и ожидайте следующих приказов. Конец связи.
Нет, не делай этого!
They're not all in this. I thought there was like 2 in this bit. Maybe.
The prisoner you extracted knew where the target is. The target Malak was sent to a different outpost. I've sent the information to your map screen. You're gonna need more information to pinpoint a location.
Понял. Всем подразделениям. Быть начеку. Конец связи.
One of these outhouses. Is in cells, isn't it? Cells here. I do know that, that's why I'm doing this mission before I do back up, back down. Because back up, back down without anything to fall in the tanks is just a pain. I haven't got any rocket launchers or anything. It'd be like a bit of C4 and then a supply drop and C4 and supply drop. And can't see you. Lucky. Isn't there like one of the prisoners wandering about by a river? Yeah, not yet. It's so rusty. It'd just be insta-loud if I did that right now.
Нет, не делай этого! Нет, не делай этого! Снимите меня отсюда! Готово!
You gotta extract him.
Sure, one of the prisoners were like somewhere like this. I remember.
Coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him? Supply outpost. It's within the target's predicted field of movement, but it's heavily guarded. You sure you want to go in on just a hunch? just have to do it by chopper. Call the chopper from your iDroid, boss. Then carry the target to it.
دلته زما د ژغورنې لپاره راغلی. ته د چا ډالې کې یې؟ زما پلار؟ زما ټوله کورنۍ ته چا ډالې؟
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
چا ویلي دي چې ما هغوی له بوځم؟ ته ولې داسې کوې؟ ودرېږه. ما هغو کسانو ته مه سپاره کوم چې ځای نه پېژني. مهرباني وکړه ما له ځان سره واپس بوځه او تر هیون پوه شم. زما نوم ملک دی. فکر کوم چې اوس دغه نوم پرېږدم. هغه حرامیانو زه په دوی پوه نه شوم. بس همیشه په شان زما خلکو سپکاوی کول. زما خیال دی دا ډېره خواشینۍ خبره ده.
Why not have this language? I thought I had both translators, unless there's 3 for this. Oh, great.
Attacking like that won't cut it. Aim somewhere else.
Oh, great.
Or change to a different weapon.
Run away!
Roger.
Yeah, I did a side up. I've got like the Russian and the Pashto. Didn't think there was any more to be honest. Not just any bird, a big bird.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. I'm stationed at LZ.
To play with, D-Dog, but I've got a soft spot for silent, quiet, silent.
Departing.
Alright, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit.
Like I'd often spawn with Quiet just so she was in the chopper with me and stuff, but I'd never use her.
Yes, mission complete.
D-Dog can be
Boss,
really useful.
That was exceptional. Boss, that target you extracted, Malik, is saying that he's never heard of our client. What's more, he says his village was destroyed long before he was ever taken prisoner. Apparently it fell victim to some sort of disease, then was completely burned to the ground.
Yeah, I
Malik
pretty much
was out
never
on a
use her
mission
to
at the
do that.
time.
At the most
The
I'd ever
reason
use
why
her
he
for is to
alone
scout
survived. The question
outposts.
is, who
But
hired us to find
D-Dog's
him?
better at that anyway.
According to Malik,
You can just send
he
quiet
saw
off on a
strange soldiers
distance to
snooping
scout
around the village when he
outposts.
got back. Turns out they were members of Cypher's strike force, XOF. My theory is they wanted to get their hands on Malik to question or silence him before the Soviets could get to him. Cypher was just using us to cover things up. All that crap about Malik's relative was a front to convince us to retrieve him. But an entire colony just wiped off the map. It sounds a lot like the Hamid during the Honeybee incident. All I know, boss, is there's no way in hell I'm handing Malik over to Cypher. I've decided to bring him back to Mother Base instead. He's one of us now. We told the client through a cutout that the target was killed.
No,
For
you
some
start
reason,
with
though, they still paid us everything we were owed.
D-Horse.
Cypher's
Anyway,
obviously up to something, and this is probably just
you
another
find
preemptive
D-Dog as a
cleanup
puppy,
operation to them.
then eventually he becomes a
But to
companion.
Malik, he lost his village, his
And then
family,
later on,
everything. And
you
he
gain
wants his
another.
revenge. In other words, he's one
There's
of
only
us.
3. Well, 4 if you include the D-Walker I liked.
Boss, a certain scientist has contacted us, wanting to defect from the East. His name? He's Emmerich. That's right. The man we knew as Huey. We suspect he was complicit in the attack on Mother Base 9 years ago. He was working with Cypher. I've been waiting a long time for this. So I say, let's help Emmerich defect. Once he's here, we can sit down and catch up on old times. Emmerich is currently at Sorak Power Plant. This is our chance. Boss, head for the power plant.
I think I'll call it a day there. I'm starving. Really need some food. I couldn't wake up properly today, I feel like. Yeah. But as always, thanks for coming, watching. Probably continue this tomorrow. If it's worth doing. I'll see how it goes. I'll do this tomorrow. People aren't getting bored of it. I'll finish the story. Otherwise, I don't know. Wait for Christmas. Catch you guys.